What's up guys, Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles, and today we are going to do another What's in My Wallet video. Now this will be What's in My Wallet and strategies for Q2 of 2022. Now these videos have become a mainstay for a lot of creators, but I still really find them interesting because I'm always curious what other folks are using. I'm always trying to compare their setup with what I'm using. Now before I get into the cards, I want to relay the foundation of my goals and how I'm going to earn in Q2. In Q2, I'm going to continue a strategy I found useful in the past. It's worked out fairly well for me. I'm going to continue to focus and be American Express membership rewards points first, cashback second, but I'm also going to start generating some Capital One miles as well. I'm interested in using Capital One miles to transfer to Turkish Miles and Smiles for the legendary redemption that is the round trip to Hawaii on United Airlines. And I just want to do that so I can make a video on it. And come on, who doesn't want to go Hawaii? Who doesn't want to take their family to Hawaii the cheapest way possible? I do. That will be further down the road. So for now, I just want to show you how I plan on getting there, at least in part. First off, if you are a subscriber, I welcome you back. If you are new to the channel, we talk about credit cards, points, miles, cashback, and travel rewards. If those are things you're interested in, please hit the subscribe button. Only about 20% of you watching right now are subscribers, and we are a young and growing channel. It is a really exciting time to be on board. At any time during this video, if you get any value or any entertainment, please hit the like button. It will absolutely help us with our YouTube algorithm, and it'll help push this information out to other people who can use it to compare their setups with this one and their strategies with this one. Hopefully this video will at least provoke some thought. Just please keep an open mind because my strategy is most likely different than most folks. First off, let's go over our membership rewards earning vehicles. I will introduce the category and I will tell you what I'm using for that category of spend. First off is gas. Gas is something that is on everyone's mind right now. It is a fairly big deal for a lot of people, especially those of you who make money while driving. For my gas purchases, I will be using the American Express Business Gold, and I'll be earning 4 times membership rewards points per dollar spent on gas. Next category is dining. Now this is a fairly big category for me, and I will also be using the American Express Business Gold to earn 4 times membership rewards points on dining. Now, for me, this will include my frozen meal delivery service, which will be most of my meals and most of my food intake in Q2. So this is going to be a really large category for me. Next up, flights and lounge access. Obviously, I will be using the big dog, the American Express Platinum card. And I will also be using the business version because if I purchase any flights in Q2, I will most likely be using the airline bonus. We do have a video that details the airline bonus, and it is probably how I will choose to book my flights for the foreseeable future. Now, for miscellaneous travel, I will be in Europe. I will actually most likely be in Europe as this video is uploaded. So for miscellaneous travel, taxis, trains, buses, different hotels that aren't part of my loyalty program, I'm going to be using the American Express Green Card. I don't use that card very often, and I really want to give it a good chance in Q2 because I will most likely cancel this card later on this year. So that concludes our membership rewards earning cards that I'll be using in Q2. And if you have paid attention to the channel, you will also notice that you didn't see the American Express Personal Gold card in there because I really think I'll be canceling that very soon and probably sometime in Q2. Now, moving on to our cash back setup. We will not be able to completely avoid the grocery store. Times when my wife has to go to the grocery store to pick up odds and ends, and I will call this category grocery store spend locally, we'll be using the City Custom Cash. That will give us 5% cash back in that category. And I think even though it is not going to be a weekly occurrence, we will probably max that out and get close to that $500 a month for all 3 months in Q2. Now, for grocery spend that consists of cleaning supplies, toiletries, and things like that, we're going to be using the Amazon Prime Visa. And for that, we'll get 5% cash back on all those purchases. We're really trying to test out a new way of shopping in which my wife doesn't have to spend 2 hours at the grocery store every week. So if we can get the bulk of that stuff delivered, and she may only have to stop there for a few minutes once a week, we're really trying out this time-saving idea. Moving on, home utilities. I am blessed that most of my home utilities I am able to pay with the US Bank Cash Plus, and that will give me 5% cash back on all those expenses. Next up, TV, internet, and streaming. Now, I have talked about this category quite a bit, and before I get into it, I just want to say again, I'll be using the US Bank Cash Plus and getting 5% back on all those purchases. Now, for me, streaming is a little bit different than a lot of people because in my house, we are really big UFC and boxing fans. So to really keep up with the UFC, you have to purchase the pay-per-views. And I don't know the exact amount those pay-per-views cost right now, but I think they're north of $80, which is crazy. That's a lot of money for sports entertainment. But I'll be getting 5% cash back on those purchases. Next up is a little unconventional, but I do have a card that earns 5% cash back in categories of my choosing. And this quarter I have chosen entertainment as one category. Now for me, that will most likely be movie theaters and sports tickets. If I purchase any type of baseball tickets or aquarium or something like that for my little boy, it will go on this card, and it is the Park National Max Cash Preferred card, and I'll get 5% cash back on that. The other category for that card for Q2 for me is going to be a category they call recreation. Now, for me, what that means is my little boy will be playing baseball and probably into some other activities. So any sports uniforms or sports gear, T-ball gear, that I'll purchase at sporting goods stores, I will get 5% cash back on that. So kind of a niche category and probably not something I would use every quarter, but definitely one I'm going to use this quarter. Next is our non-category, everything else, non-bonus spend. And that's where I'm going to be using the Capital One Venture X card. I'll only get 2 miles per dollar on that, but it's a way to build up those Capital One miles, and we'll get closer to Hawaii. Another category that I actually forgot to throw in there is cell phones. I am fortunate that I only have to pay for 2 cell phones right now, and I'm actually splitting those bills up. For my cell phone, I'm going to pay using my American Express Business Platinum. It gives you a $10 credit monthly, and it also provides cell phone protection. I'm fairly rough with my gear, so I'm pretty sure I will have to use that cell phone protection one day. For my wife's cell phone, I have opted to use the Capital One Venture X card. And basically that comes down to putting a little spend on the Venture X and getting their cell phone protection. So I wanted to kind of separate the 2 phones in case they both break at the same time. I didn't want to be filing too many claims with one company. So hopefully we don't have to do that, and hopefully that spend is spread out enough to where I am making a few Capital One miles and we're still earning a few membership rewards points. Now that is the nuts and bolts of the actual spend, so I want to get more into the strategy part. Now, why this strategy? Well, I focus on membership rewards points because I think they are so valuable, and it is kind of the reason why I got in this game, because they allow me to do things that I wouldn't normally be able to do. I can take my family places and we can go see things that just wouldn't normally be available to us. But I have all my travel already scheduled and paid for this year. Like I said, as you're watching this, we will most likely be in Ireland. We have a Mexico trip, a Florida trip. I have a Tokyo trip, and I think a couple more things that I have so much stuff going on I can't even remember. But it's all paid for and it's all scheduled. So I don't want to really accumulate a ton of membership rewards points right now because I don't like accumulating a surplus of those. I like to earn and burn. So right now I think I have around 300,000 membership rewards points, and I think I've already redeemed around 300,000 in 2022. So I don't want to be caught holding the bag with a bunch of MR points if something bad happens. I would rather supplement those with some cash back. Speaking of cash back, in the past I've shared different strategies, and I think in Q1 was using the cash back to purchase cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. That didn't quite go as planned, but it was still a good strategy. But I don't think I'm going to continue that for Q2. I think they were good strategies, but I'm going to change direction just a little bit. I'm still going to earn cash back, and I'm still going to invest it, and I'm still going to pull all that cash back into one checking account. And right now, I'm not interested in the S&P 500, and I'm not super interested in investing in the stock market. So in Q2 of 2022, I want to take that cash back, and I want to diversify my portfolio by investing in alternative assets, but not crypto. We are going to be investing in gold. Yes, that's right. With inflation on the rise and pretty much no end in sight, I'm going with the old man strategy. As funny as it sounds, old men have been into buying physical gold for a long time, and it doesn't ever seem to be a bad strategy. Now, obviously, I'm not backing up the truck and buying a metric ton of gold, but I do plan on using that cash back that I earn to collect a little physical gold here and there. And that is just to have an alternative asset, something physical and tangible that should help me sleep a little better at night when I'm not interested in putting money into the stock market right now. And I know a lot of people don't agree with buying physical metals, but that's okay. If you have any questions, ask them below. If you have any comments, I'd love to hear them. Tell me how crazy I am for investing in physical gold, and tell me what you think of this strategy overall. I know a lot of people comment that I don't use any chase cards aside from the Amazon Prime card, and that's because I'm an American Express fanboy. I think that could change one day, but right now, this is my path. And as always, guys, I always recommend you use a retail shopping portal. We recommend Rakuten. The cool thing about Rakuten, it is a really good set it and forget it cashback shopping portal, but it also allows you to opt to earn American Express membership rewards points in lieu of cashback. Use our link below and you'll get $30 cash back on your very first purchase. And as always, guys, go ahead and comment below with your setup for Q2. I am super interested to see how different mine is from everyone else's. And if you have stayed all the way to the end, thank you.